Are you thinking about moving to Perry County, Pennsylvania? But you kind of want to know where things are located throughout the county. Or maybe you're working in Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg, or even Carlisle, and you want to know how long it's going to take you to get to work each morning. Or shopping, or even to the airport. In this video, I'm going to give you a map tour of the entire Perry County area, show you where things are located, how long it's going to take you to get to places, and we're going to get real with it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in central Pennsylvania, including right here in Perry County, click subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about the current market right here in central PA. My name is Aaron. Josh, the team, and I, we get calls and emails all the time from people just like you looking to make their move to the area. So whether you're moving now or in 6 months from now, give us a call, shoot us a text, or even send us an email. You can even schedule a Zoom call. Our information is in the description below. That way we can help you make a smooth move to the area. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to give you a quick map tour of Perry County and the surrounding areas. I'm going to hop over the computer and get started right now. Okay, let's get started. As you see on the map here, I have outlined Perry County as a whole. All this red dot. So Perry County is going to be located to the west of Harrisburg. Harrisburg is the capital city of Pennsylvania. And then everything on this side of the river, on the east side of the river, is going to be Dauphin County. That kind of divides the counties right there. Now to the south, you're going to have Cumberland County. This line right here. So Cumberland County to the south, Dauphin County to the east, and then even a little further south, you're going to have York County. So in other videos, we always talk about the Tri-County area, and what we mean by that is this. Right here is basically 3 counties intersecting. You have Cumberland County, Perry County, and Dauphin County. All right there. All right, let's first go over a little bit of routes and traveling patterns here. You have, let's say you're in Carlisle or even Mechanicsburg, and you're looking to get to Shermans Dale, Landisburg, anywhere over here. You're probably going to take one of the mountain roads. So this divide here is right in the center of a mountain, the whole way across. So if you're here and you want to go to Landisburg, Louisville, Eckingsburg, anything out west here, you're probably going to want to take 74 over the mountain. If you're heading to Shermans Dale, Newport, New Bloomfield, you'll want to take Route 34 over Sterrett's Gap. That'll lead you right into Shermans Dale. Then from there, you can continue on 34 to New Bloomfield. You can take 850 over to Landisburg, so on and so on. There's another little road that goes over the mountain. Actually, there's a few, but here's Lamb's Gap. That'll take you into the valley of Marysville. 850 is Valley Road. That starts in Marysville. And that little section right there is about 10 or 11 miles long back the valley. Just one continuous road. All right, now let's talk about major routes in Perry County. First of all, when you look at Perry County, you see there's no interstates in and throughout Perry County. So you're going to have to do a little traveling for that. Everything's going to be located right here in Harrisburg, Carlisle, in that area right there. You'll have Interstate 81 that goes north to south. I mean, it gets pretty close to Perry County. I mean, right around the mountain. But 81 here through Carlisle, and then south into Maryland. You'll have Interstate 83, which actually starts right here off of 81. That also goes south into York, and then off to Baltimore, Maryland. You have the Beltway, Capital Beltway, which is 581. It consists of 83, 581, and 81. Then you have 76, which is the Pennsylvania Turnpike. That'll basically link Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Let me zoom out a little bit, that way I can give you kind of a whole perspective here. There's Perry County, you have Pittsburgh out west, Philadelphia east, and then the Harrisburg, central Pennsylvania area right there. Okay, so major routes in Perry County. The two major routes are going to be 11 and 15, which we talk so much about throughout all of our videos, as well as 22, 322. So let me show you 11 and 15 first. 11 and 15 comes down from New York, right along the river, on the western side of the river. And then once it hits Camp Hill, it'll split. 15 will go south to Gettysburg and then off to Maryland. And then 11 will also split through Carlisle, and then that'll eventually lead you to Maryland as well. So like I said, major route is 11 and 15 because it goes through so many territories here in central PA. On the other side of the river, you'll have 22, 322. And that runs on the eastern side of the river and then crosses over right here at Clark's Ferry and then heads northwest, eventually leading you to State College, Penn State University, located right there. So needless to say, during let's say Penn State game is on Saturday, you're going to have a little bit of traffic on a Friday in the central Pennsylvania area on 22, 322 as well as 11 and 15, because there's not a lot of other routes if you're coming south, southeast to get to State College. So everybody's taking that route. So it's good to note this as well. If you're taking 11, 15 up, right about here in Enola is where it switches from 4 lanes to 2 lanes. Sometimes with a middle lane, a turning lane. Right here before Duncannon, it'll split back to a 4-lane highway, and it's usually pretty smooth sailing after that. So there you have 11:15. So it'll bottleneck a lot of times right here, especially during rush hour. If there's an accident or road work, this will get a little congested. Now on the other side of the river, 322, that's going to be a 4-lane highway the whole way up. So that's usually your best bet if you're coming from Harrisburg side. If you're coming from the West Shore, it's kind of, you know, your pick. It depends where you're going. If you're going, like I said, western, you want to take over the mountain. If you're right in this area, 11 and 15 is probably your best bet, unless it's rush hour. 22, 322 will again split up here. 22 will be head out Jonestown Road, and then 322 will take you into Hummelstown and Hershey, Pennsylvania. And of course, that'll split into 422, and 322 will go east. All right, so that's your two major routes into Perry County, 22, 322, as well as 11 and 15. So since we're talking about, Marysville here, one thing to pick out is a lot of times on our other videos, you're going to hear us say Tri-County area. And what we mean by that is this. Right at this point, 3 counties kind of intersect. You have Dauphin County on this side, Cumberland County right here, and then Perry County right there. So if you're looking to move to Marysville, let's say, you're not going to have to travel too far to get to places. I mean, you'll be in Enola here in a matter of minutes. Maybe 10, 15 minutes over to Mechanicsburg. If you need to go to downtown Harrisburg, that's about 12-15 minutes to get to there. So pretty easy traveling there. Now, if you're a little further up in Perry County, you're going to have to travel. And we're going to get to that here in a second. So Perry County is a rural county, as you can see on the map. Low population, I think under 50,000. You'll definitely want to check out our other 2 videos on Perry County. We show you a few houses throughout the county, and then we kind of give you the pros and cons of living in Perry County. So if you didn't check those out already, make sure you do. Since it's rural, you're going to have a lot of more mom and pop stores instead of your big box stores. You're going to find a few larger stores in Newport here. And besides that, you're looking to travel a little bit if you need your big box stores. Right in here in Newport, you have Giant, which is kind of on the larger side grocery store. You also have Wise Market, about the same size as Giant. And then a few locations throughout Perry County, you'll have Carnes, another more medium-sized grocery shop. Now, if you want to hit your big box stores, your Lowe's, Home Depot, stuff like that, you'll probably want to travel either to Carlisle, depending on where you live in Perry County. So Carlisle area, or Mechanicsburg. And if you live more over here, you know, Harrisburg's an option. You're going to find most of them on Carlisle Pike. Carlisle Pike is very large and very busy. So this is definitely a major intersection here. Right there's Home Depot, right there's Lowe's, Hobby Lobby, Ollie's, numerous restaurants up and down, bunch of car dealerships. Here's Wegmans, larger grocery chain, Target. So you have all that right here, right over the mountain, or around the mountain, depending which way you come. All right, let's talk about travel. Maybe you want to move to Perry County because you want a little more of a rural life. Maybe a few acres, a little bit of peace and quiet. Perry County is really good for that. I mean, I grew up in Perry County myself. I grew up at 12 acres. I mean, my mom still lives up there. Most of my family live up there throughout the county. So it's definitely a peaceful life. You know, a lot into, if you're into the outdoor life, fishing, hiking, hunting, definitely a good county to do it in. Plenty of that going on in and throughout Perry County. But you're going to have to give a little bit up for traveling. It's going to take you a little longer to get places. Let's say you're working in Carlisle and you want to move to Newport. All right, so you live in Newport, you work in Carlisle, you're looking at about a 42-minute commute. Now, right now is rush hour, so that might have added a few more minutes than usual on there, but that's the gist of everything, about 35, 42 minutes to get to Carlisle. Let's say you want to get to Harrisburg. Let's say you want to get to the Harrisburg International Airport. You got about 36 minutes, so that's not too bad. And now you're coming off 322 there and then taking 81 straight over the Harrisburg International Airport. It's kind of a much more, it's a smaller airport. I mean, if you want a lot of direct flights, you're going to have to travel to Baltimore International Airport or even Philadelphia. But if you're looking, if you don't mind connecting flights, or they do have some direct flights, a bunch of direct flights to Florida and South Carolina. So that's a good option for that. And it's fairly reasonable price too. So again, it depends on where you live in Perry County. Let's say you live in Iggesburg. You're a little more west. It's going to take you definitely much longer to get there. Okay, pop on up. There you go, about an hour. All right, so that should kind of give you an idea of how far things are away, where your major box stores are, what routes to take. All right, so that's going to wrap up the video for today on Perry County. It's pretty much going to close out our series on Perry County for now. We're going to come back to that here in the future, maybe highlight a few towns throughout Perry County. But we're going to move off to back to Camp Hill, and then maybe a 55+ community video. So stay tuned for those. Like I said, if you did enjoy this and you found it informational, you want to see more just like it, make sure you subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about the current market right here in Central PA. Again, this is Aaron with Living in Central PA team. Until next time, keep it real.